Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Joyce Bisola for those who are new here, and for my returning subscribers, thank you so much for coming back. So guys, today I have like a story time video for you guys. Somebody actually asked me about how I became a commercial model here in Russia. A couple of people have actually asked me this same question as well, so today I decided to address it. I'm just going to be giving you guys like a story time, like I said, the backstory, how I got into modeling, you know, the lessons, the mistakes, and you know what the journey is going to be like for me going forward, or what my plans are, you know, going forward. So guys, now to the backstory. When I was a little girl, right, I used to have this dream of becoming like a model. So like my uncles, family, friends basically used to, just like random people used to tease me, you know, they used to call me Agbani Darego. So if you guys don't know who Agbani Darego is, you should Google her. Yes, I'm not going to tell you she is, you should Google her. So yeah, they used to tease me about being Agbani Darego and things like that. But there was like a mindset that I had about modeling. I just looked at it as a dream of mine that was probably never going to come true, and I will tell you why. Why was because I'm not a tall person. I wasn't born, you know, tall. And I mean born tall, like there are some people that once they start growing up, you know, they grow up to be like really tall. But I had like an average height growing up, and I still have an average height right now. I am 165 centimeter in height, and I didn't check like the minimum height requirement of like, you know, models in the modeling industry. It was about 185 centimeter like the last time I checked, right? And I'm telling you, my mindset of maybe some 10 years ago, right, when I started to have this dream, right, or even longer than that. Basically, I just always knew that I wasn't going to be a model. It was just like a dream that was never going to come true. Yes, I had the stature in the sense like I was really small and slim and things like that, but I did not have the height, and I felt like the height was like a major requirement in the industry. And everybody that I literally saw that was modeling was, you know, they always had like this very tall height. So fast forward to coming to Russia in 2014. This wasn't something I, you know, dreamed of, but there was a teacher of mine, God bless her. Her name is Oksana. Basically, she was my preparatory school teacher. So if you are schooling in Russia, you would know that if you come into Russia as a foreigner, most times you have to go to like a preparatory school where you study language and some other basic science courses, or some other courses depending on like the course that you're meant to study. So she was my Russian language teacher, and she just noticed, you know, my love for taking pictures. You guys, I was so obsessed with taking pictures of myself when I first came to this country. First of all, it was the first time that I was having like a smartphone of my own. So like every moment I got to like take a selfie, I was always taking selfies. I was always taking like pictures. Every day I would dress up and tell my friends, my classmates, anybody to take me pictures. And it was so noticeable that I loved, you know, playing dress up and just taking pictures. So she noticed that. And then in 2015, right, there was this Russian photographer that reached out to me to work with me as a model. Basically, I was on lookout, and she just felt like it was going to be beautiful for her to take pictures of a black girl, right? And you guys, when I look back at that picture, I just wonder what I was doing. I remember one funny part of that shoot was the fact that she was trying to make me create an expression of like kind, you know, peaceful, calm, but instead the expression I was creating was like this very sad child, or this very sad girl. It was so awkward, and that shoot basically didn't turn out so well because the photographer didn't even end up sending pictures. I think she just sent me this particular picture maybe like 2 years later, and I'm like, ooh. So like this woman actually like edited like one of the pictures from that thing. So that was like my first experience with modeling. But I really did not believe in myself as well, because I mean, just look at what the result of that shoot was like. So I was like, you know what, this thing is not for me. So fast forward to 2016. I mean, like back to my Russian teacher story, right? She basically just saw potentials in me, and like there was an opening in a fashion store for a model, and she told me to apply. I'm like, apply? Really? Number one, I don't even know Russian language very well. Number two, I am a flop at this thing. I just know that I like to take pictures. So I got myself ready. I went for the interview, and honestly, guys, I don't know what this woman saw in me. Maybe she saw some potentials. Maybe because I was like a black girl, and she was just interested in like having me work for her store. I don't know what it was, but she actually accepted my interview, and like she basically was not even like a casting or something like that. It was just a normal interview. She just asked me like some questions about myself, and she was like I should come for like their next shoot. You guys, the agreed pay at that time was like, should I tell you guys? No, I don't want to tell you guys because but let me just tell you guys, I mean, for the sake of like humble beginnings, Lord, it was 200 per hour, and usually I used to have like 2 hours of shoot. But in all honesty, that pay was nothing. Like it didn't add up to anything. But I took it on because number one, I was trying to practice this whole modeling thing, right? Number two, it was something that I enjoyed doing. Number three, I always had fine pictures in nice clothes that I knew that I could not buy by myself. So like I just enjoyed like the process of like taking pictures and things like that. So guys, this happened in 2016 March or May, right? And fast forward to like the summer of 2016, I went back to Nigeria, and because of like the few pictures that I had posted online, people just assumed that yes, this girl probably knows what she's doing as a model or something like that. But you guys, I mean, like, see the pictures now. I didn't know anything that I was doing. So there was this Sunday that I went to church, and I met this photographer. God bless his heart. God bless his heart. Basically, he saw me that day in church, and he asked to take my pictures. And somehow he actually saw me as a model, right? And I don't know what he saw again. Like I didn't know what people were saying in me because I wasn't confident in myself. I didn't believe that there was something in me, that could produce like great results, things like that. So yeah, he took pictures of me, and after that he agreed for me to have another shoot. So guys, at that time I was also learning makeup artistry, right, with my best she's like my big sister right now. And yeah, I was learning makeup artistry at her studio, and he decided to collaborate with her, right, to do like a shoot as well. So we did that shoot, and I ended up posting that shoot on my VKontact account. So for those who are not living in Russia, VKontact is like Russian Facebook. Like that's where you find like most Russians actually. So I posted it there, and when I got back here, apparently photographers back in my city had noticed those pictures that I posted, and they were interested in working with me. Do not forget that I also just learned professional makeup artistry. So I had the skills of makeup as well. So I also wanted to begin to try out my skills. So Russian photographers basically started to reach out to me, and we were having collaborative shoots. I was putting myself out there, and with time other stores also started to reach out to me for paid jobs. Some are free jobs, but in summary, most of the jobs that I've actually done are free jobs. I feel like I am just finally beginning my journey. I'm just beginning to take my commercial modeling seriously, right? And yeah, this leads me to the second thing I'm going to be talking about today. I'm going to be talking about some mistakes I've made right in this journey. So one of it is the fact that I did not believe in myself. One thing I've learned is the fact that even if you are not totally confident in what you are doing, you are open to the fact that there is room for growth, you have to believe in yourself no matter what. Why? Let me give you some of the reasons why not believing in myself has cost me a lot. So for example, some people take advantage of you, they pay you less, just things like that, because I had this mindset of they were doing me a favor for calling me to work with them. I just had no idea that I was actually helping their brand. Basically, as a black girl, when a Russian store works with you, what it means is that they are, open to, the world to so many people and things like that. So people actually always appreciate that. But I always saw it as they were doing me a favor. I wasn't good enough, So you guys, up to recently, I still used to have this mindset, and it held me back a lot. I feel the last couple of months have been the most awesome for me in terms of actually doing paid work because I got more paid jobs in the last couple of months. Right now the pay is obviously better than when I started 4 years ago. It is not big, it's not huge, like the charges are still pretty low, but it is fair enough for now because I believe that with time I'm going to grow. Yeah, so basically those are like the mistakes in quotes and the challenges, right, with commercial modeling or with modeling generally is, or for me, let me talk for myself, and I think that would be like for many other people, especially petite models like myself. The major challenges would be like the requirements, especially the height requirements and even the body structure requirements. I remember I wanted to sign up to an agency here in my city because that's like the only modeling agency I could find that was worth it. And basically, the requirement was like a height of 183 centimeter and an athletic body. You guys, I don't have an athletic body, okay? And yeah, that's another challenge for me as well, which is something I'm working on, like my own personal development, my own growth. Obviously, I'm not looking to become like extremely big, but I'm looking to actually, getting my body in shape, being strong, being not exactly athletic, but just having like a better body structure that would help me in my modeling career. So that sits with like the challenges. So now for anyone that wants to go into commercial modeling, I don't know so much about commercial modeling outside of Russia, but for those that are living in Russia, especially for black girls living in Russia that want to go into commercial modeling, I feel like you have a great opportunity here. Why? Is because they're actually constantly looking for black girls, right, that they can work with. And I don't think there is like a minimum requirement for that. Be a pretty girl, right? Be open to working with people, be open to like taking pictures, put yourself out there. If you're not on VContact, join VContact and take pictures. You can ask your friends to take you like nice pictures that would look like professional pictures of you modeling. You can watch YouTube videos, learn how to model or how to pose. For me, I really learned by observation. When I went on shoots with like other models, I saw how like their body, I saw their body language and things like that. So those are things that motivated me to start to work on like how to pose and things like that. Right now, I've also understood like my best angles. I know what angles to pose with. For me, I feel like my smile is like the most beautiful thing when it comes to modeling for me, and I noticed that photographers like that. People that I work with, they love it like when I smile, because I just feel like my smile is like my selling point for me. Another thing you have to know is you would there are two ways to these things. You are either going to be like a freelance model like I am, or you are going to be signed to an agency, and this depends on so many factors. Number one is like the location where you are living. For example, I live in Arkhangelsk, Russia. It's not a very open city like that. There are not so many stores and things like that. But assuming I was in a place like Moscow or some other cities, St. Petersburg or some other cities around, I'll have like a higher chance of being signed up to an agency, things like that. But that's not happening right now. But I think I look forward to that as well. Another thing would be like you can actually reach out to these photographers yourself. You can just tell them that you want to like collaborate with them and things like that. That can actually work for you as well. The last thing I would say is that as a black model in Russia, it can be very, very tricky, especially with the fact that your hairstyle is like a big thing. If you have afro, oh my god, like I feel like you get more jobs because they are usually craving for like natural stuff. For me, my low cut was like a major selling point at some point, but right now I'm no longer on low cut, and they are usually always requiring me to wear wigs on shoots, things like that. Many times when I'm on braids, I don't know why it's not so easy. Well, for the sake of the fact that you have to work with like the client's vision board or like the client's theme for the shoot, so many times braids is not part of it, right? It's just like normal hairstyles and things like that. So yeah, you have to be open to changing your hairstyle as often as possible. You have to be open to having your manicure done. I used to like doing my manicure, but I wasn't as consistent with it. But especially in the last couple of months that I've been getting jobs more regularly, I've always had my manicure done, and sometimes my pedicure as well. But if I can't do my pedicure professionally, I try to do that by myself at home, just to paint it and for it to look good. food. Your appearance also matters as well. Makeup is another major issue. If you can't do makeup, please learn how to do makeup, because many Russian makeup artists can actually do makeup very on black skin. I feel like I'm going to talk about that in another video. You know, like the different experiences I've had with Russian makeup artists, and that I believe many other black girls have had with Russian makeup artists. So yeah, I feel like this story time would help anybody that is trying to go into commercial modeling, especially as a black girl, you know, in Russia. If you're interested in going into commercial modeling, I don't know if I touched on everything, but yeah, I gave you guys a backstory. I gave you guys how I actually got into it. I gave you guys the requirements, my mistakes, and the challenges. So in summary, I would say believe in yourself above all else. Like, believe in yourself, be confident in yourself, because when you believe in yourself, you actually give room for growth. You're like, yeah, I can do it, and you actually go for it and actually put yourself out there. So yeah, and the second thing I said is the requirements. You can't work on your height really. Like, once you are grown, you are grown. So just look out for opportunities that would, you know, look out for opportunities that are open for women of like regular sizes. For me, I am petite, like I told you guys, I'm 165 centimeters. Some agencies actually find that to be an okay height as a model, but you know, that's not been able to work for me. But like fashion stores are able to work for me, commercial shoots, you know, things like that. So yeah, the last thing I forgot to mention is please know your measurements. Like, know your height, know your shoe size, know your bust size, know your clothes size, because those things are like constant. Those things are like constant when it comes to modeling. Any shoot that you have, they will actually ask you. If you're working with a stylist, working with a fashion company, things like that, they would always ask you for that. So guys, let me know in the comment section below if this video was helpful, and if you're a black girl looking to go into commercial modeling here in Russia, please let me know. And you know, if you still have any further questions or things that I didn't touch on in this video, please comment down below. I'll be sure to, you know, engage or chat with you guys in the comment section. So guys, I look forward to doing more sit down talk videos like this. I actually find it like more interesting to like just express myself, you know, and I feel like going forward I'll probably have like more videos like that, not just like makeup tutorials and things like that. By the way guys, I filmed a video of how I do my this updo, and I feel like this updo is like perfect for this season. So if that is something you want to watch, I'm not sure if it's actually going to go up before this video or after this video. That's why I can't tell you, like I'm going to link it up or link it up, regardless, however it works, I'm going to like let you guys know. Alright guys, I'll see you in my next video. Until then, stay blessed. Bye.